Hey everyone, Sim Farmer here and welcome back to Forza Motorsport. As this time we're going to be taking on the S-Class series for the current Open Tour, which ends in less than 2 days. I'm pretty much recording this one straight after I finished the A-Class. It was a little bit disappointing, only a 4th place finish overall. And this series in general has not been too good, as I had 2 third place finishes on the first 2, 4th place on the last one. So yeah, hopefully we can finish off with a better time on this one. So S-Class series, I think I'm going to go with the McLaren 620. Yeah, 620R, 2021 McLaren 620R, another car I've not used yet. So it starts off with performance index 752 for S-Class. So we'll purchase this. Keep it in the that default colour. So we'll buy that car. Do a few upgrades to max it out for S-Class. I'm going to just spend the points and pay for the credits. As I mentioned, with these shorter races and shorter series, it doesn't really give you much time to level up the car enough to really get many upgrades to do that. So we'll just pay for the upgrade straight away. So first race is on Yas Marina circuit. This is the South circuit. A little bit disappointing that we've got a fairly short track for S-Class. I think you probably do about 1 minute lap, so it's only going to be about a 5-minute race again. Would have been nice to see some full-length tracks for higher-powered cars. But yeah, we'll give it our best go. So in terms of upgrades, what can we actually do to it? So tyre compound, yeah, definitely want to get some race tyres. Possibly increase the tyre widths as well. Probably won't go too much, so let's go 315s on the rear. Let's take the fronts up to 255. Platform handling, springs, already got full race suspension. Get the roll cage in. And drivetrain already looks like it's got a race level. So there's not much upgrades, but we can go full transmission, clutch, and race differential. We could change the wing, but I don't think there's any point. It's got a decent wing on there. Go for the race front and the race rear. And we'll just do the hood as well. So can we do weight reduction is going to be a little bit too much. So currently with 5.8 speed, 6.8 acceleration, braking, 5.4 handling, 5.1. So we're not too bad overall. It's fairly well balanced-ish. So we get the race flywheel. I don't know if we're going to be able to do much else. And get the race exhaust. Maybe can we get the race valves? There we go. I've rounded off to S800. So we've got the race valves, flywheel, race exhaust. We've done the chassis reinforcement roll cage, full race tyres. We've increased tyre widths to 255s for the front, 315s for the rear. And then we've done the race clutch, transmission and differential. Front bumper, we've put the race and the rear as well. And then we've just changed the hood. So that's all the upgrades. So we'll finalise those, get more car points. So 33,075 credits. Not too bad. Okay, so practice complete. I've got 55.448, I think it was. It was about 3 seconds up on the bonus objective lap time, which is 58.556, I think. And I got the fastest overall in practice. Let's jump straight into the race. So our projected finish starting in P12 is 2nd to 4th. So hopefully we can actually meet our objective or projected finishes this time. We struggled a little bit in the A-Class races. Well, again, we've only got 5 laps and they're only like 55 seconds lap, so less than 5 minutes race. So it's going to be tricky to get up to the top in so few laps. But we really need a very good first lap to give us any chance of being able to achieve that. A slight collision on the first corner. I think one of the cars went into the side of me a little bit. Yeah, I just think this is crazy choosing a circuit like this for S-Class. Like, it would have been nice if it was the full circuit. But why they do quite a small layout for the higher powered classes, it's crazy. I mean, for me, these smaller tracks were suited to the lower classes like E, D, C. Not S-Class. Suppose it makes it a bit more tricky, more technical course. They're up to 7th after the first lap. 6.3 seconds off the lead. See if we can chip away at that over this lap. Not really gained much time on that lap. Still 6.7 seconds off the lead. That McLaren's gone a bit wide. We'll just nip on the inside. Get up to P6. Not really gaining on first place though. If we can try and get up into the top 4, it won't be too bad. But we are not doing overly well. We're kind of losing time on the front. Yeah, we're not really gaining any time on the lead or even on the 5th place that much, to be honest. So coming up to the start of the final lap. Kind of messed that last corner up then. I was 2 seconds behind 5th. I think 6th place is probably the best we're going to get this time. Not the best of races from me. So there we go, P6. A little bit disappointing. I was hoping we could sneak up into the top 4 at least. But yeah, just couldn't quite close the gap on the top 5.
Well done. P6.
I'm gonna say these shorter races, well, short circuit and short lap races as well. Yeah, not the best. So next is Daytona International Speedway. There's the infield circuit. So 3 laps on this one. So yeah, we'll jump straight in. No, we won't make any changes to the car. Obviously, we've already maxed out for S-Class. But I'll do the same. I'll get practice done, and then we'll come back for the race. Right, so practice was a 152, 516, I should say. It was about 2 seconds up on the bonus objective, but I was only about 6 overall fastest in practice. So yeah, not brilliant, but also not terrible. The 3-lap race, we'll go for 4 laps of fuel. Let's jump straight in. So we're going to be projected finish 4th to 6th. We're not really doing very well in this series again, although it may be that this is probably not the best S-Class car. But it's nice to always try something different, because you never know what a car's going to be like until you actually use it. And I find it's a nice car, but say, yeah, it might not be the most competitive car for S-Class. Probably better options out there. So managed to get up to P6 there. Nip down the inside of all those cars that seem to have got a bit bunched up on the far side of the track. But yeah, P6 so far. Well, so only 3 laps though, so well that seems good. Kind of like 6 seconds, 6.4, 6 seconds off the lead. Similar to the first race. We go through the Le Mans chicane for the first time. Did catch up quite a bit there. It's down to like 5.4 seconds, but couldn't quite get past this car in front. We'll go high and get past. Make sure we don't hit the wall. Oh. Locked up the brakes way too fast coming into there then. Put us back down a couple of places. We did... Oh. That car well over brake, but that Ferrari had gone off track and come back on. Quite anticipated he was going to slow down so much. Oh, I'm getting battered by the car behind me. Car next to me. So yeah, we was up to P4 for a very brief moment until I completely went into that corner too fast and locked up the brakes. Those 2 cars got back past me. We're now 7 seconds off the lead. A little bit too early on the brakes that time. Missed my marker. I was missed my marker. I've got it at the wrong point. I thought I was a bit closer to it than I was. Right, this time don't mess up on this first corner. As we're up to P4 going into the final lap. Come on, green car, move out my way. Thank you, Ferrari. I'm sure you could see me there on the outside. I get a warning for that when he crashed into me. Put us a little bit farther behind the third place. A little bit sloppy on the brakes for that corner. A little bit too fast going into it, and then the brakes didn't seem to want to stop me. Yeah, okay. My brakes seem to have...
Total time penalty is about half a second.
Yeah, that was deserved. My brakes seem to have gone from being a bit too much to not working enough. So this is the problem with the brake pedal I've got. It's just so inconsistent. It's so difficult to get a feel for it. I think we're going to finish in third, but we're not going to finish in third because of the penalty. I don't think we're going to be quite far enough ahead. Oh, we did get P3. I don't know if we deserved it after going straight into the back of that one car.
Great work. P3.
That was my bad. Where I say it's the difficulty. One reason why I don't do much online racing against other people is because I just can't guarantee things like that won't happen until I can get a bit more consistent with my brakes. I feel a bit more confident, then I'll do some more online racing. Although Forza generally ends up being a bash fest. People deliberately ramming you off track. They don't like being overtaken. So one thing I will look to do in the future, I really want to have a go at iRacing at some point, but that's definitely one that I won't bother spending money on until I'm a bit more comfortable with my setup. Don't want to be wasting a subscription charge each month and not really making the most of it. So next race is on Catalonia. So this is the full GP circuit and we've got 3 laps. Okay, so practice went reasonably well. I got 1:52.948. I think it was about 2.5 seconds up on the bonus objective lap time. So yeah, not too bad. Just check the fuel and tyres. So we want around about 4 laps of fuel and soft tyres. So let's jump into the race. So projected finish is 2nd to 4th. Seems to be a common theme for this series. So yeah, let's jump into the race and hopefully we can get up to the podium again. A rolling start this time. Let's see if we can have a good first lap and get a few places up. I don't want that car like literally started to turn in when I'm like right there next to him. I was probably actually slightly ahead and he still started to try and turn in. Beware of this car on the outside. A little bit off with the brakes then. And again, I would say I'm really struggling to get any sort of feel with these brakes. 1 minute they feel like you're braking enough, and then you feel like you're not braking enough, or you're braking too much. We're up to P4 currently. See if we can actually get our first win of this series. We're coming up to the end of the first lap. Stay close to this Ferrari and get past on this straight. A little bit of a toe coming out the last corner. There we go, up to P3. That time I braked, it felt like I braked as much as I did going into this next, well, corner coming up. But that time it felt like it stopped way too much, whereas last time the car didn't want to stop at all. But to me it felt like I was putting about the same amount of pressure on. There we go, up to P2, P1 in our sights. Should be able to get past on this first straight if we get close enough in this last corner. And then we've just got one lap to go for our first victory in this series.
Final lap. You got this.
Have we got the speed to get past before the first corner? It was a bit later on the brakes. Just about managed to get ahead and not lock up the brakes and go careening off the end of the track. Well, clear track ahead of us now for the final lap. We've opened up a little bit of a lead, 1.6 seconds up. Coming up to the final few turns. A little bit late turning into that corner then. Could have cost us if the car behind was a little bit closer. Well, there we go. It looks like we're going to get P1, our first win of this series. That wasn't a bad race.
Good run out. out
So
there.
braking at times was a little bit sketchy. And yeah, not too bad overall. So where does that put us overall now in the championship? So we're up to second overall. 7 points off the lead with 1 race to go. And the final race in this series. Where are we off to next? So we are off to Le Mans 24 hour. So 2 laps on the full circuit. Nice. Should be fun. And we won't do anything with the car, obviously, because we're already maxed out for S-Class. So, yeah, at least they give us 2 decent full tracks. Well, Daytona's not too bad, but again, a bit like in the A-Class for their Homestead Miami. It's not a track I'm overly familiar with compared to some others. Okay, so practice is complete. I did a 4 minutes 23.222. Which was the only lap I actually did for practice. So just check the fuel and tyres. So 50% fuel, soft tyres. So yeah, our projected finish starting in 12th is 7th. I think that would be a lot higher if I'd have done a couple more laps. I'm pretty sure I would have got a little bit faster, but as it's quite a long track. And I beat the bonus objective time in the first lap. I just decided to quit practice there. The one deciding factor for this circuit is going to be our top speed down the straight sections. Some of these other cars may have a much higher top speed. So even though we've got the chicanes on this particular circuit, you have still got a long straight in between to get up to speed. And if you're like 5-6 miles an hour slower, that's going to be a big disadvantage. Almost to a complete standstill there. Slight contact with that car in front that just came across a little bit too much. Yeah, so this straight's going to be the big deciding factor for this race. Are we going to get left behind, or are we going to be able to keep up, or are we going to be a little bit faster than some of the other cars? I did adjust my gear ratios just to give us a better chance of hitting top speed. Now, currently 8.7 seconds behind the lead. It doesn't look like that's increasing, which is a good sign. And it's not decreasing either. It's gone down a little bit. Take it nice and easy on the first lap. I'm going to crash into the back of anybody or run the risk of overshooting. Well, we've got a bit of better acceleration coming out of that chicane. Managed to get up a couple of places there. So up to P9 currently. Didn't stay as close to that Ferrari as I'd like through that chicane. I was hoping to get a good run out there, but we managed to make up some ground. Don't know if we're going to get past these two before the next corner. Not quite. Get dive bombed down the outside by a Ferrari. Up to P7. I think that top speed in the straights, we're not obviously losing ground. And down to 7.8 seconds off the lead now, so we're actually catching. That's my fault. I didn't realise there was a car down the inside then. way too late on the brakes into that corner. So we're down to 5.1 seconds off the lead. We come to the end of the first lap. And a warning for that. Yellow car seems to keep stopping.
Last lap. Let's go.
So final lap. Let's see if we can make up these 5 places. Or 4 places. And give us a chance to win this series overall. Only 6 seconds off the lead, so we have lost a little bit of time. We head on to the Mulsanne Straight for the final time. If we can get a few places here. Not quite. They're slightly pulling away from us this time. I just think they've bunched up a little bit though. We can sneak through the middle of those two. Don't know if we're going to have the speed to get ahead of that yellow car before the next chicane. No, he's pulling away from us again. Hard on the brakes into the chicane. They're up to P4. But yeah, I don't think we're going to have enough to get past the front 3 cars now. But we are down to 2 seconds on the lead. I'm just not quite sure we've got the speed coming out of these corners now to catch up for the end of this lap. .3 seconds off the lead, but we've got 2 cars in front of us. Oh, managed to get up to P3. I don't know if we can make that stick. He's a little bit behind. I was anticipating him coming, plowing into the side of us then. We are quite clear now. Let's see if we can hunt down these front 2 on these final few corners. Still 2 seconds off the lead. I don't think we're going to quite do it. Fortunately, I was pushing as hard as I could then, without risking going off track or crashing. Yeah, a bit too far behind to try and out accelerate him on that final short section. Well, P3.
Good run out there.
It was a fairly good race. We got the fastest lap by quite a bit, 4:18. Say 4:24, 4:23. So yeah, one more lap and I think we'd easily have won that one. So we finished second overall, just 1 point off first place. But that's a big improvement on the previous attempts at doing the open class. That McLaren was quite a nice car to drive as well. So for S-Class, it's probably not the best car. There's probably other ones that are much more suited to like Open Series S-Class that you'll be far more competitive. But it was a really nice car to drive. I'm not 100% sure how much the accelerator issues probably affected me or costing me time. Sometimes it was flickering a little bit, which does seem to slow your acceleration a touch. But yeah, there we go. That's the Open Tour complete. So we've unlocked the 2010 Ferrari 599XX. At least I managed to get that one done before it changed over and we lost the chance to win that one. Or get that car. So we don't need to win the series, you only need to complete them to unlock the car. So it doesn't matter if you finish last in every single race. You still unlock the car as long as you complete them all. So yeah, that's the Open Class Tour for update 1.6 complete. So not the best. Hopefully for the next one, we can do a bit better. Hopefully by the time that one starts, I'll have my complete new setup done. It might take me a little bit to get used to it. So, but yeah, hopefully we can get a bit more consistency in the braking at least. So yeah, hope you have enjoyed this. If you have, then please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, then please don't forget, or please do consider subscribing to the channel. I'm going to have some more Forza videos coming up, as well as some Euro Truck videos and possibly some other games in the future on this channel as well. So again, a big thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care. Goodbye.